If the world is a big puzzle, we're taught to believe that every year as we get a little bit older, we'll be able to put together a little bit more of the puzzle, until we reach a certain point where the puzzle's finished. We've completed it. What if the puzzle's bigger than that? What if there is no actual end to the puzzle? Here we are. My next appointment. Hopefully this one doesn't end quite as awkwardly as the last. The doctor asks if everything turned out okay with that meeting I had to run to all of a sudden last week. Oh, yeah, it was fine. That's a lie. I just have a bad habit of catastrophizing. If someone calls me more than once in a row within a 5-minute time span, I automatically assume that someone or something is on fire. In the hospital.
Sweetheart, there's been an accident.
Dead.
He's like dead.
In jail. Or some combination of all the above. When she asks why I get such a strong reaction like that, I say, 'cause I know how life works.
I see.
Last week we started talking a little bit about your job. Why don't you tell me a little bit more about that? What made you choose to go into law?
I've decided not to go to med school.
What? Why?
The federal prosecutor's office won't tell you why your son's being held.
Or where? It has been 4 days now since he's been arrested.
I really think it's law for me. You should hear Patrick talk about the justice system and what it means. It's really inspiring.
We're defending James Trifolio, the county commissioner, bid rigging. It's got bagman whores. It's fascinating.
I see.
Are you happy? Is that a trick question? I mean, isn't that by its very nature a trick question? If you have to ask if someone is happy, doesn't that mean you obviously know?
I don't obviously know.
Then she asks if we can return to that question she asked me at our previous appointment.
What were some of the good experiences you remember as a child?
I remember getting my driver's license. And my dad teaching me how to drive.
I'm not the one with all the dents in your car.
Guess who passed a driving test today?
You learn from the best.
I had to parallel park behind this van and I was so nervous. Shit.
The doctor nods. That's interesting that you bring up learning to drive as an example. Weren't you trying to park the car the other week when you passed out?
Sorry, but we are so not having that conversation.
I'm sorry, I'm not ready to get into that again right now.
Go on.
You know how you asked me earlier when I first came in, how the rest of my day was last week when I had to run out of here? After I ran out of here, I grabbed another coffee, then headed back to the office to find one of the senior partners waiting for me by my office door. He starts in right away with, "Look, Meadow, you know that I've thought you were brilliant ever since I first met you back in, 2006? It was actually 2007. And contrary to what you might think, I'm confident you're even more brilliant now than you were back then." Why did I get the feeling that there was a big but coming next? Because there was. I'm just gonna cut to the chase. Look, Meadow, we usually do this one of 3 ways. You can pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. I'll pretend to believe that you don't know what I'm talking about. And we'll go about our business as usual. You can tell me what's really going on and what you've been spending so many pro bono hours on outside of the office. Or you can give me a half-truth, half-lie, or some similar variation, and I can spend the rest of the day thinking about which part is true and which part is bullshit. Up until now, you've only chosen option 1 and 3. So I'm going to make the choice easier. I'll do it for us. Sir, did I miss a deadline, or mess something up, or did someone complain? According to Mr. Grupman, it was only a matter of time until something went wrong that I couldn't fix. The doctor says, "Wait, can we stop for a second? What does he mean when he says fix?" Not touching that one right now either. The good news about our firm, though, is that after you enter it, you can still get out. Wait, what?
It's a stereotype, and it's offensive.
We'll figure out what it is you really want in life. but you can't do it here. Wow, that's quite a lot to happen in one afternoon. So what are you going to do now? I'm going to keep being a lawyer. I have a couple of ideas, but it's going to be me in charge now. I've always wanted to do that, so maybe this was the little push I needed. Well, I imagine your pro bono clients will be happier that you can devote more time to them now. Oh yeah, they'll be very excited to hear. When we're younger, we're taught to put things into categories, boxes, good and evil, naughty and nice, hero and villain, sinner and saint. What if justice isn't as simple as we thought? It's not all black and white, and there's not a clear line. It can be very irregular around the margins, if you know what I mean. What if there's this big gray area that's murky, that people don't really like to talk about?
I can't believe you guys didn't get enough for us.
And when all we do is look for black and white, we totally miss the big picture.
Yeah, put Matt on.
We're studying. These are just practice tests, and they're brutal.
Havanopoulos, what do you think happened?
I don't know, you got in a fight?
You don't know. You're making a big deal out of this and you don't know.
But I did know. Or I thought I did. I feel like I don't know much of anything anymore. I guess that's why I'm here.
It's unfortunate that we have to stop now, because I think it's really important we talk about this. Till Tuesday.
In the meantime, I think I know just the place to set up shop.